Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat. She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
This way, I think. Another clue.
Dove sarà andata sta capra? Beh. Ah, eccola lì. Lupi. Ah, non posso evitarli. Oh. Wow, beh, non tolgono tantissimo. Ok. Teniamo il fuoco, va, che è meglio. Ok. Sì, puoi mettere via spada.
Good.
Ah, no, non era un... Vabbè. Eccolo qua. Allora, aspettate che qua è un attimo perdere le tracce. Ah, si fermano qui? Ah, no. Mi sembrava strano. Che bestia è quella? Sempre un lupo? Sì. Ma è da solo. Quindi nessun problema. Ok. Oh, sento il belare. Ecco, dove sei? So che sei qua vicino. Eccola là, eccola là.
There you are.
Ehi, torniamo da casa?
Here, princess.
Che nome, eh?
Hoofed and horned. Should have known it would be stubborn.
Dai, seguimi, eh. Mi raccomando.
Right, time to try the bell. Come on, let's go see the peller. Take you back to the peller. Misses you something.
Non mangiare i lamponi, per favore, seguimi.
Do I really have to keep ringing this
Allora.
bell for you to follow? Come on, damn it.
Sono qua, eh. Dai, suono ancora. Ok. Ehi, mi senti? Ehi.
Where the hell did you go?
Ma dove sta andando? Ehi. Capra. Ma guarda te, questa qua. Oh. Mi senti? Ehi. Sono qua, eh. Niente. Doveva per forza andare nella tana dell'orso qua. Vicino alla tana dell'orso. Madonna. Aspetta, ok, ottimo. E 3. Op. Opla. Mizzega, mi ha preso? Maledetto. No. Pensavo che prendeva fuoco. E invece no. Aspetta, mica mi arrendo così. Oh, ecco, adesso che ha preso fuoco io. Ok. Ottimo. Dai, vedi di seguirmi, dove vai a intanarti, Volevi finire in bocca all'orso? Non so, Suoniamo. Ok.
You're no roach, but I bet we could be friends in time.
Ma,
You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
beh, oddio, gli animali non è che parlano tanto, eh. Dai che ci siamo. Eccoci qua. Anche orsi oltre ai lupi, eh.
Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
A posto?
Happy for you, but I'm kinda in a hurry. Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Peller, and so the Peller shall help him. Blood. We need blood. A living being.
No, mica ammazzi la capra adesso. Oh.
Fine. Be right back.
Ah no, a quanto pare no. Ah, gli serve il latte.
Will this do?
Spero di sì, perché sono stufo. Ah, a quanto pare va bene.
They are not here. They have gone. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just the child.
Una bambina.
A child that lives not, yet did not die.
Di chi? Di chi? No, voglio sapere di chi.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Più probabile che non abbia mentito.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Peller's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast, only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White Wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the White Wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefathers' Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefathers' Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
Quindi dobbiamo trovare un feto adesso. Niente, lo sciamano. No, non c'è... Ah sì? Lettera a uno sciamano. Adesso vediamo cos'è. Allora, inventario. Ho chiesto e minacciato, ma non hai fatto niente. Ora posso solo implorare e attendere la via del progenitore. La situazione è critica, lo so. I cacciatori di streghe sfruttano la pochezza degli uomini e pagano bene gli informatori, ma non si devono condannare i morti alla peregrinazione eterna. Se così deve essere fatto, mi assumerò io la colpa. Preferisco morire che avere sulla coscienza le anime dei defunti che non avranno mai pace. Bolco al dermano di Midcops. Botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Vediamo che vende.
Could use a few potion ingredients. Show me what you got.
Oh, vediamo, sono tutti... No, sono pietre. Pietra. Spirito nanico. Gabbiano bianco. Etere. Basta, 3 cose, A parte gli schemi delle pietre dei glifi. E io le prendo tutte e 3. Perché comunque serviranno di sicuro. Qui non sa... No, il fosforo mi serviva, 1. Sì. Fatemi vedere. Ecco, infatti sono il drago migliorato col fosforo. Ok, facciamolo. Ok. Qua manca... ma stella danzante, mi manca comunque la base, quindi niente. Poi parti decotti, pozioni ce le ho tutte, e gli unguenti pure. Va bene.
Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Peller they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a-haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefathers' Eve. Or when an evil spirit runs wild in a homestead. Drive the spirit off, the Peller can.
And if I needed, say, a love potion?
Then to the witch you would be sent. Not a matter for the Peller, that.
So long.
Arrivederci. Allora, ci ha sbloccato. Dunque, qualche missione? Mi pare di sì. O forse non ancora, perché lui, parlando con lui, si sbloccava una missione. Sì, sto andando su e giù, vabbè. No, contratto no. No, allora forse... Ok, proseguiamo, sì, con la trama principale. E poi forse ci sblocca una missione. Allora, meditiamo. 2 orette, va. Ok. Siamo belli tonici, riposati. Dunque, mappa. Ok, sì. Devo tornare dal barone, certo, beh. ci ha mentito, comunque tenuto nascosto un'informazione importante. Quindi necessito spiegazioni. Eccolo qua. E andiamo.
Lightning strike?
Un fulmine? Oh! Va a fuoco! Corriamo, corriamo, che succede? Che succede? Permesso, permesso. Non c'erano i vigili del fuoco, Sì, ma però gente, cioè, anziché disperarsi, magari dare una mano, no? Se prendere l'acqua, coi secchi, no, Devo sempre intervenire io, vabbè. Interveniamo allora, Corri, corri. Non a fuoco cosa sono? Le stalle?
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him? Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
Sì, le stalle.
What?
Fire. You blind?
Nobody
willing to put it out?
Infatti, cioè.
That's simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes
Adesso
no
non spegnete
prisoners.
l'incendio, si furia ancora di più.
We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
Arrivo.
See what I can do.
Vado io.
Quick.
Vado io. A salvarlo. Qua, entriamo.
Damn it. Lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Aspetta. Ok. Opla. Apro la porta. Dov'è la porta? Di là? No. Dov'è il tipo? Scusi, ok. Non era apparso l'input.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Scazzottata. Madonna.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I know your wife miscarried.
No, che succede?
Was that before or after you beat her to a
Ma questo
pulp?
l'ha già detto.
Don't
Scusate,
play me for a fool.
Volevo farlo io prima, no? Oh. Oh. Aspetta, Perché non si tolgo vita? Vai, vado giù pesante. Vado giù pesante. Ma non ne tolgo niente. Ah, non posso usare. Beh, giusto. Non è corretto. Op. Ma non gli tolgo niente, scusa, Cioè, vuol dire che devo perdere? Colpo critico, ma... vabbè, perdiamo, cioè, non gli tolgo niente, boh. Ah, no, devo vincere, ma... Allora, o è un bug... Riproviamo, boh. Allontaniamo. Che cavolo.
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick.
Sì, era un bug, ma... Ah. Ecco. Ok. cominciato un po' male, eh?
We need to talk.
Decisamente. Ti sembra il caso di dare fuoco alle stalle? Non so, eh. Roba tua, dai fuoco alla roba tua. Boh. Briacone.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you.
No, no, spiega adesso.
One day.
Ah, sì, un giorno.
Not today.
Expect me to believe you were a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Beh, no, so come trovare, beh sì, col botchling, però direi che
Gotta admit I do think you're a prick. Not because you couldn't control them, but because you drove them away.
What?
Don't play the idiot. You gave them no choice.
Anna and I. It wasn't as it seemed. Seems.
allora, dimmi tutto, dimmi tutto.
All right, I'm all ears. Tell me what happened. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Non ha assistito tua figlia?
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere.
Abortito lì.
I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Seen a lot of dead in my time, but that must have been hard.
Unspeakably so. My legs gave out. I saw fields of corpses at Sodden. Saw witches burn in Maribor. But compared to this, all that was a rabbit's prick alongside a great oak. And the guilt is all mine.
We don't know that yet. The amulet Anna wore could be linked somehow. Maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
Wrapped it in a clean sheet and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Beh, dai.
I sympathize. I do.
Thank you.
Anche se è colpa tua,
And
però,
know that I hope you find your Ciri.
Deal we made means I need to find Tamara and Anna first. Just so happens your unborn daughter might help us do that.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Lascia perdere, va.
Details you don't need to know. There's a bond of blood between this creature and your wife and daughter. I can use that bond to find them.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
Aspetta, fammi tornare dopo.
Need to tend to something first.
Be quick. And me? What am I to do in the meantime?
Sober up.
Direi. Vediamo se c'è altro da fare, va.